Hello everyone and welcome back to ESL Smart Resources, and this is another video in our series where we're using Google Forms to make communicative activities for the language classroom. Now in this episode we're going to make a class survey. Now there's a lot of different ways you could set up this activity, but I'd really like to take advantage of how Google Forms can provide data. So I'm going to split this activity into two sections with my students. So the first part, they'll be in pairs and they'll use Google Forms to ask survey questions. Then we'll get the data, pie chart and spreadsheet, and in groups they can make sentences to describe the data. So in my class at the moment, we're doing comparatives and superlatives, so it's perfect for this kind of task. So as an example of part 2, let me show you some data we can get from Google Forms. We can get pie charts like this. So I would hope that my students would be able to make some sentences from this data. So for example, pasta over here is the most popular food, and perhaps chicken is more popular than pizza. And with the next one, perhaps where are we? Yes, Girls' Generation is the most popular K-pop group, and BTS is more popular than Big Bang. Okay, very controversial. So those are the pie charts. What about some spreadsheet data? So we could say Ronaldo lives the furthest from school, 25 kilometers. Ben lives further than Minji. And Toby woke up the latest. So that's the kind of language I'm looking for from my students. So how do we make this survey? Well, here I am in Google Drive. Let's make a new folder. I'll just call it survey. And then let's make a new Google form. Okay, here we go. Let's give it a title. Survey, very original. Okay, first question, as usual, name. And that will automatically come up as short answer. Okay, let's add a section. And I want them to tell me their partner's name. That's quite important. Okay, and that needs to be short answer too. Let's add another section now. And I'm going to call this survey part 1. I'm going to split the two different kinds of questions into two parts. So first question, what's your favorite food? Okay, and to get the pie chart, we're going to want a multiple choice. So I'm going to have to suggest some answers. So let's have chicken and steak, all the popular foods. Yeah, pizza, burger, pasta, and maybe curry. Okay, oops. Okay, I want to add other. So I need to get rid of that and click add other. There we go. Okay, that's the first question. Let's do one more. Okay, who is your favorite K-pop star or group? So once again, multiple choice, and let's suggest some answers. Okay, so we've got BTS, EXO, Big Bang, Girls' Generation, Blackpink, and Super M, and we need to add other. Okay, there we go. Now, next section, survey part 2. So part 1 will be for the pie charts, part 2 will be for the spreadsheet data. So first question, how tall are you? And then we're going to need short answer here. Next question, how old are you? And again, short answer. Number 3, what time did you go to bed last night? Okay, and that, if you type in time, it'll usually come up with time, and that gives you a different input form. And we'll do another one. What time did you wake up this morning? Okay, it's automatically changed. Let's do one more question. How far do you live from school? And I will need a short answer for that one. Okay, I think that's going to be enough. Let me double check. Okay, it's looking good. Let's publish it. So send, click the link, shorten URL, and copy. Okay, let's take a look from the student's point of view. Okay, so the student types in their name, clicks next, and then they type in their partner's name. Okay, and then they can ask their partner what their favorite food is, who's their favorite K-pop star, click next, how tall are you, how old are you, and then notice for the next questions you input the time, the format's different. Okay, a couple more questions. And submit. Okay, and there we go. Now let's go and see where our data is. So once all our students have finished the survey, we can put the data up on the screen. Okay, here we are back at our form. If I click up here on response and scroll down, here are my 2 pie charts. So perhaps I can zoom in a little bit, make that clearer. Okay, and then in groups, the students can make sentences about these. When we go to look at the spreadsheet, click here, create spreadsheet, create new, create. And here we go, here's all our data. What I'm going to do is just get rid of the names, move those along, and get rid of the favorites, move those out the way. And maybe, yeah, just squash these together a bit. I want them to still be able to read the questions. And then I'm just going to select this, try to make it easier for them to see. And then hopefully I can zoom in a little bit. Okay, can I do that? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, so then the students can see the data and make sentences to describe it. Okay, and that was how to make a survey in Google Forms. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. Next time, I'm going to show you how to make a branching conversation activity. Okay, until then, take care. Goodbye.